In this lesson, we demonstrate how to use Project Builder to create a full solution using intelligent, specification-driven development within Nextworld. Begin by dropping a spreadsheet or entering a detailed prompt in conversational language. Describe the business outcome, functionality, artifacts such as logic blocks, security settings and workflows, and any design elements you want the project to include. The more context and detail you provide, the more accurately Nextworld Intelligence can refine and generate your project. If you need assistance creating a prompt, select Show Me Example Prompts to review sample prompts. To view the full text of an example prompt, hover over the prompt and select the View Prompt button. To use the example, select Use Prompt. The example prompt text is added to the project dialog box and can be modified as needed. Select Improve Prompt if your prompt needs refinement. Use Add to Project to upload a spreadsheet or import existing artifacts, such as tables, logic blocks, or security groups, that your project references or depends on. When the prompt is complete, select Create. Nextworld Intelligence automatically generates a project name based on the prompt. Update the name if needed to better align with your organization's naming standards. Review the project description and make any necessary updates. Select Continue. Ed the Builder generates a project plan from your initial prompt. The resulting specifications appear in the center pane for review, and Ed provides options for the next steps. If the specifications are accurate, enter Yes in the Request field and select Send Message. Or, if the specification needs refinement, enter the changes in the Request field and select Send Message. Now that Ed the Builder has finished the build, let's review the three primary panes in Project Builder used throughout the project creation workflow. We start with Ed the Builder in the left pane. This is where you interact with Nextworld Intelligence to create and modify your project. The middle pane contains the viewer, where you review the selected artifact. You can enter business data in the viewer, but artifact changes must be made through Ed the Builder. The right pane lists the artifacts generated for your project. Use the Artifacts pane to select a component and review it in the viewer. Submit required updates through Ed the Builder. Use conversational prompts to guide Ed the Builder through project updates. Enter one request at a time in the Request field by typing or using voice-to-text functionality. Above the conversation area, Ed the Builder displays real-time updates while processing your requests. During the build process, Ed may ask clarifying questions about your requirements. You must respond to these questions before the project can continue building. After the project generates, use the Artifacts pane to review the details of the artifacts created. Select Project Specification to view the details of the project. The Data Models section contains the tables and fields used in the application. Select a table to see a visual representation of how the tables relate to one another. Expand the panel for a larger view. The visual representation includes supporting tables, the fields contained in each table, and relationships used to build the project. Select Restore to return to the previous view. Select the App artifact to preview a working version of the application. Expand the application for a larger preview. Select Restore to return to the previous view. In the Logic Block section, select a logic block to review its logic specifications, data processing rules, and automation. The Uploaded Files section displays all files added during project creation, including those uploaded as initial project requirements. Select a workflow artifact to view a visual representation of the application's workflow. The security artifact contains the security group and roles generated by Project Builder. Finally, review the general configuration information, which includes project details such as the project name, description, and product family. Now let's examine checkpoints. Checkpoints save your project and its metadata at a specific point in time. Use checkpoints to experiment with changes and restore earlier versions when needed. For example, create a checkpoint before making major changes to your project, such as updating the data model, modifying logic blocks, or restructuring the application flow. If the changes do not work as expected, you can restore the checkpoint to quickly return the project to its previous state without losing your earlier work. To create a checkpoint, select the Create Checkpoint button located at the top of the Artifacts panel. Or ask Ed the Builder to create a checkpoint for you. To restore your project to an earlier checkpoint, select the Action menu and select the checkpoint to restore. Or select the Restore to Checkpoint button in Ed the Builder. Now let's review how to generate sample data to test and validate the project. Select Generate Data, or enter Generate Data in the Request field. And select Send Message. Ed the Builder generates realistic test data to help validate the project. Select Launch to open the application. Here, you can navigate the application, enter business data, and verify that all functionality operates as expected. Select Close to return to Project Builder. This completes the steps to create a solution using Project Builder. To learn more about this topic, please refer to Nextworld Help.